19-year-old Zachary Richer gotta be the least talked about number one overall pick of all time. In the last 20 games, he's averaging 13.5 points in 25 minutes per game while shooting 45% from three on 4.6 attempts. Being that lethal of a three-point shooter at 6'9" is game-changing for him. That's been his best asset offensively lately, and it's been a huge improvement. Pre-All-Star break, the first 48 games of the season, he shot 31.7% from three. He was a bad three-point shooter. So now you wonder, is this just a hot streak, or can this become the standard or near it? And looking deeper into the shooting stats, in the last 20 games, they're pretty crazy. Above the break threes, he's shooting 41.5% on 2.6 attempts per game. And then for corner threes, 1.9 per game attempted at 50%. Now, a big issue for him early on has been his finishing at the rim, but this newfound shooting ability should help him develop in that regard. You see here, Trae Young breaks down the defense, and Prince is so worried about him shooting, it's a very reckless closeout, so Zach gets a free driving lane to the basket. He challenges a great rim protector and finishes with the weak hand. Very impressive finish. He's shooting 3.2 layups per game, which is a good amount, 76th percentile. The problem is 43.9% on layups this season over the whole entire year. 7th percentile. He's shooting 37.8% on driving layups, 15th percentile. It seems to me he's shying away from the rim, fading away from the basket near traffic to avoid contact at the rim. I think this drive perfectly showcases his issues right now as a driver. Versus the Lakers, he's going downhill with speed. He then goes to bump Rui Hachimura, but it does nothing. I also think him not being an out-of-this-world athlete hurts him in this regard. He has the size and length, but he's not getting way above the rim. He's not getting off the ground super quickly, consistently. So challenging these rim protectors has been challenging at times for him. But honestly, this is typical rookie-type issues. He will get better at this over time while he grows into his body because he's only 19. The bright spot is his handle and his ability to get shots up near the rim. And I will also say he has a reliable floater. He's shooting 48.6% on floaters this season, which puts him in the 75th percentile. And overall, his mid-range game is coming together nicely. Over the last 20 games, he's shooting 50% in the mid-range area and 53.6% on two-pointers. So he has shown growth as a scorer and finisher near the basket and below that three-point line, which is good for his development. The thing about him is everything he gets is within the natural flow of the offense. He's rarely ever forcing anything up. Atlanta is never playing through him. They're not really setting up plays for him either. When he's playing his best basketball, he's a guy on the team that the coach can trust to throw into any lineup without really thinking about it because he can play multiple positions, guard multiple positions as well, and he's just a solid connector offensively. He will move the rock, he will move around without the basketball, cut if needed, and of course, stretch the floor. I think that's an undervalued skill or whatever to have in a player that isn't really going to get talked about or appreciated because everyone wants a player that they can give them the rock and be a hub offensively. And with all his length and size, he's going to be effective defensively. We're already seeing flashes of potential on that end of the floor. Imagine what we see in 5 years defensively. I also believe in him on this end because his head coach, Quinn Snyder, stated his competitiveness is unique for his age. Rudy Gobert had that level of fight in him too. In order to be a two-way player, you need to have that mentality. And I think his growth as a shooter throughout the season also makes me believe and think that off the court, he's been putting in the work and he truly loves the game and he wants to get better. But honestly, quietly, he's having a very, very good rookie season and he has an argument for Rookie of the Year. It's just that he's got a no buzz so far, so it sounds a little bit crazy. However, listen to these stats. His rookie ranks, total points, 3rd. Total three-pointers, 5th. Total steals, 5th. Total blocks, 10th. Total rebounds, 11th. Three-point percentage, 5th. 30-point games, tied for 1st. 20-point games, tied for 4th. 15-point games third, and 10-point games second. He deserves more recognition. He's been playing very, very well lately. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments section.